Good morning, and I want to thank you, Jeff, for this kind introduction. Thank you very much. I'm pleased to be here with you. It's not my first time in Calgary, but each time I'm coming here, I'm always having good memories. So I'm grateful to the Calgary Chamber of Commerce for inviting me and giving me the opportunity to speak to you today. As you know now, I'm the Member of Parliament for Beauce. And this is an area south of Quebec City, between the St. Lawrence River and the US border. My region, and I'm very proud to be the MP of this region, my region is very well known to be the most entrepreneurial region in the province of Quebec. It may seem like a faraway place to you in Alberta, but in fact, it isn't. We share the same values as you. Like you, I believe in individual freedom, responsibility, and self-reliance. Some people in the media have even described me as the Albertan from Quebec. And by the way, this is a compliment from me. And I wish the media was always this nice to me. I've always been fascinated by economics and how to help fellow citizens to realize their dreams, build better lives, and by the same token, build a better world for all of us. And you know, the past few months have given me more time to take a closer look at this current economic crisis. And today, I would like to share my reflections with you. So, between 2001 and 2004, in the wake of the dot-com crash, in order to stimulate the economy, the Federal Reserve pushed down interest rates to as low as 1%. If you factor in the level of inflation, real interest rates at that time were negative. What's happened when central banks maintain artificially low interest rates? You know that, like me. Ultimately, people are encouraged to save less because the return on savings is lower. Furthermore, they are more prone to debt because credit is easier and cheaper to obtain. It basically came down to subsidizing people to borrow. But we know the lesson. We cannot live just on a credit card for very long. This is precisely what has been going on in Canada, in the United States, elsewhere in the world for the past 20 years. For example, in Canada, in 1990, the ratio of total debt to disposable income for Canadian families was 90%. Today, this ratio is 140%. In 1990, also in Canada, Canadian families save about 10% of their disposable income. Today, their savings rate is down to 1%. So, some people felt comfortable with this situation because they believe that their debts would eventually balance out as the value of their assets continued to grow. More specifically, this belief was driven by the rising price of homes since the late 1990s and the increasing value of retirement nest eggs. But, as you know, with the decline of the real estate market and the recent crash in the stock market, we know that this was a monetary illusion. In the United States, this bubble was made bigger by the policies of the US government. It encouraged banks to extend risky mortgages to insolvent borrowers and pushed people to take up mortgages to buy houses that they could not really afford, all of which contributed to an unsustainable increase in house prices of 10 to 15% per year. And in 2006, in the United States, 22% of all new mortgage loans were subprime. We've heard the rest of the story. These mortgage loans were securitized and then sold on the market around the globe. Financial institutions who bought these investments stumbled when owners started to default and house prices went down. So one of the reasons this financial crisis turned into a global economic crisis because these securitized loans were sold on the global market, and we are part of the global market. Now, the question that we have to answer: what should we do to get out of this crisis?